What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all ready for the Carnival of Gods. I mean, look at that. So today we have this brand new event which has brought with it some brand new heroes. So we're going to have a look at them today, see what they're all about, and see if there's anything special in this new portal. So let's get to it. So we've got quite a few, I think. We've got three new 5-stars. We've got one new 4-star hero, and we've got a 3-star hero as well. So we're going to go ahead and start with the featured heroes. So who do we have here? The face of this new Carnival of Gods event, which is Aradia, something like that. So she is a fire hero. She is of the wizard class, which is a pretty good class. I mean, it's like kind of like average, maybe middle of the road, run of the mill. Don't know what the right expression is anyway. She is of the wizard class, and she's of the mascot family, and there's quite a bit of information on this family. So basically, let's go through it step by step. These mascot characters summon a mask minion for themselves at the start of the battle. The more unique mascot characters there are in the same team, the better the mask minion is. So if you have one family member, the character summons a mask minion with 8% health and 8% attack. If you have two family members, when summoned, the mask minion gives its owner plus 7% attack, while the owner has the mask minion and the effect can't be dispelled. Because it's attached to the minion, that's pretty obvious. But anyway, if you've got two family members, they summon the same minion, but they give an increased attack to its owner. If you have three family members, which means you spent a lot of money, then the mask minion gives its owner immunity to all status ailments while the owner has a mask minion, and this effect can't be dispelled. Now, that's an interesting one. I think that's the one that you would want, to be honest, because ailment immunity is incredible. And the ailment immunity ether talent is one of the better ether talents in my opinion, but having it attached to a minion means that short of dealing direct damage to this character and destroying the minion, or destroying the minion with a special skill, they're going to have ailment immunity which can't be dispelled. Now, there is a bit of a saving grace in that the mask minion only has 8% health. It only inherits 8% health, which is next to nothing, so you can deal with them pretty easily, but I mean, the mask minion family bonus, other than that third tier, to me is not so great. Now, Aradia does have a passive. So the passive is a cleanse on minion death. So the character is cleansed of status ailments when a minion owned by them is destroyed. So unless she summons minions, or unless the character summons minions, even if you have another character that summons minions to this character, when those minions are destroyed, status ailments are cleansed. It's kind of a niche effect, but it is something, you know, it's there, put it that way. So far, nah, the main thing is that third tier of the family bonus that I would want. Now, wow, she looks pretty cool, honestly. I mean, I'm digging the art on these characters. I think it's slightly less detailed than I'd like to see. I think we're in 2023 now, so you can get like, I mean, I wish they'd go like 3D with these characters, where you can like spin them around or something. But she does look pretty cool. I'll give her that, and I like the background as well. Now, stats-wise, and this is interesting because their stats are not as bonkers as some of the other new heroes that we've seen, but they are pretty decent. So, attack stat for Aradia is at 887, which is pretty damn high. Defense of 859, which is really good as well, and 1858 on the health. So really good stats across the board. I'm not saying that they're not good, but what I am saying is that they're nowhere near the stats that we've seen with the Opera family heroes that we've just recently had a look at. So maybe there's a bit of balance there, which is a good thing. Now, her special skill, it's Wicked Witchcraft. Sweet. Running at average speed, she reduces the max health of all enemies by 570. The effect is stronger against targets with the boosted health. So as we know, the boosted health is where it it can reduce the boosted health by that amount, and then it will add on to the amount that you've reduced it by. So just to, as a really quick explanation of this, I think I might have explained it before, but let's say the character has 600 boosted health, for example. You fire off Aradia's special. She will reduce that 600 boosted health by the 570. So they'll go down to having only 30 points of boosted health, and then she will reduce by 570 from the remaining amount. So yeah, the boosted health is quite a bit more effective than it ever has been. But still, yeah, it's a max health reduction special. 570 is quite a lot though. It can be countered by boosted health. So all enemies then receive 744 burn damage over 4 turns, which is a pretty high amount, and it will increase with limit breaks and emblems up to 1016 burn damage over 4 turns. So we're talking about 250 burn damage per turn, which is a lot. And all enemies get minus 75% decrease for any boosted health received for 4 turns. All right. I can understand why they've made it to boosted health and not to regular healing. But I kind of wish that would be a minus 75% decrease for regular healing over 4 turns, because as is, I just don't think that this hero is going to be as effective as you think, or as they think, releasing her, because there's a lot going on here, but there's nothing that is going to be as impactful as I think you would want it to be. So, just take, for example, the first part where she reduces health by 570. A reduction of 570 is great, but it's equivalent to hitting a full team for 250% damage, say. And that can be countered. The burn damage that's left behind is incredible if you do have limit breaks. But again, it can be cleansed. It can be reflected as well. So there are some definite counters for Aradia. I won't say she's a bad hero. That would be a stretch. She's a good hero, I would say, but not a great hero. And the fact that she only counters the boosted health. Actually, you know what? On second thought, that boosted health decrease is quite useful, because she does reduce the max health, and the boosted health is the only counter to that. So there's going to be a 75% decrease to any boosted health you try and counter with. So yeah, potentially she could be pretty frustrating with that last bit. But that, I believe, can be cleansed as well. So yeah, kind of a mix up of a whole bunch of different things, and I'm not really sure where I'd use her. She kind of, to me, wants to be a tank, but then red tanks are really not part of the meta at the moment, so I don't think she's going to fit in that well. But please let me know if you think I'm wrong. So that's pretty much it for Aradia. We can see she gets the counter attack ether talent, which is all right. The stats, obviously, with the limit breaks and second limit breaks and emblems, are just going to be bonkers, but we'll just focus on these for now. So yeah, a pretty average, I would say, hero to start off with. Now, the second hero we have featured is Kel or Cell. I think let's go with Cell. Probably the shortest name of any hero in Empires and Puzzles. And she is an ice hero of the druid class. So she'll get the same family bonus for the Mask God family, which we won't go over again. The artwork on this one is incredible, by the way. She looks amazing. She's got 2 passives. So she's got Cleanse on Minion Death. So the character's cleanse of a status ailment when a minion owned by them is destroyed. And she's got a resistance to defense ailment. So that's a cool one. So this character has innate resistance against status ailments that affect defense, and it also applies to ailments that affect elemental defense. So that is a sweet talent. And she's definitely going to be very impactful with that skill. So that is the same skill that's attached to the Styx family heroes. And they can be extremely frustrating if you're trying to throw defense down and then attack them, or elemental defense down and then attack them after that. So I do like that resistance to defense ailments. Now, stats wise, we're looking at a more defensive hero. 875 on the attack, which is really good. 906 on the defense, which is great, and 1775 on the health. So really good stats across the board for her. Slightly lower team power than we saw with the other hero just a moment ago. Now her special is running at slow speed, and at slow speed, summon rock golems. Summons, that's exactly what she's going to do, I'm sure, but that's the name of the special as well. So she summons a rock golem minion for each ally with 40% HP and 50% attack. So I think up until now, Set was the strongest minion summoner in the game, or the most with the most beefiest minions in the game. Now I think minions are capped at 1,000 HP. So 40% HP for these minions for her alone is going to be nearly like what, 700 or 800, maybe more than that. In fact, maybe around 700 or 800 HP. But that's a damn beefy minion. And the rock golem minion gives its owner golem stone skin when summoned, and again every 3 turns. This effect can't be dispelled. So Golem's stone skin drops all damage dealt to the owner to 1, but this is removed after a single hit. Now, to me, this is kind of, well, that last part is kind of negligible, but I guess it would be a good caveat to put in there for heroes like Kongalak, or like the 9-headed beast, who can hit a single target, or even Alfrike, sorry guys, who can hit a single target multiple times. But for most heroes, she's going to be really defensive and really frustrating. What you need to do is remove those minions as soon as possible, because otherwise it's going to be impossible to deal any damage to this hero. I mean, thank God she's running at slow speed. If she was any faster, I think she'd be super overpowered. But as she is, I think that short of, you just need somebody who can control minions when you're going up against her. You need a Gremble, or you need a Captain of Diamonds, or you need a Beera, or you need any hero that destroys minions. You need to take the minions away from the whole team if she does fire, because if you don't, then these minions are just going to give everybody like a gargoyle stone skin, or a golem stone skin, as they want to call it, and it's just going to frustrate the hell out of you because you're not going to be able to kill them. If she was the last hero standing in battle and you've got like no minion destroyers, then you're screwed. Honestly, she's just going to time out on you time and time again. So yeah, this could be a really good hero. I think that in rush, she's going to frustrate the hell out of you. But yeah, I think she's an excellent defensive hero, and even though she's running at slow speed, she couldn't be any faster with that special. So yeah, I think this hero so far out of them is my favorite so far. So that is it for Cell. And if you do manage to grab her, I would go ahead and level her just for the fun factor, because I think you're gonna have some laughable hits on your defense if you pop her on your raid defense for sure. Now, the other heroes in here are not featured, so let's go on to the first of the non-featured. So we've got Jana. She looks amazing. So Jana is another wizard, but a holy wizard this time. And again, she only gets the single passive, which is the cleanse on minion death. Same family bonus, so we won't go over that again either. Now moving on to stats, we've got a massive 920 attack, 873 on the defense, and 1718 on the health. So really good balanced stats. Maybe slightly lower on the health, but still not bad at all. And she just disappeared, so we're going to get her back. Look at that, man. Looks like Harlequin's like gone bonkers. Now, the two sides of the moon is the special. Running at average speed, She deals 470% damage to the target, which is a lot. I mean, consider she's got 920 attack. That's a lot of damage. The target gets minus 44 defense for 4 turns. Fantastic secondary effect. And then she deals 470% damage to a random different enemy. So hits 2 for the same amount, but that's a massive special for hits 2. I think the cap at damage for like hit 3s is 400. I think it's 410 to be fair, but I mean for most it's like 330, 350. But 470 to 2 is a lot. And the target of the second hit gets minus 44% mana generation for 4 turns. So she's giving defense down to the target you hit. She's going to reduce the mana generation by a substantial amount from the second person that she hits. So, I mean, I want to call her a sniper, but she's like a quasi-sniper, where she does almost like a Zakina effect, or what's the other guy, Kalevo. So kind of like another one of those. So Kalevo, Zakina, and Jana are all going to be in this similar sort of bracket. Only thing is she hits as hard on the second hit as she does on the first. So yeah, fantastic hero, this one. She is running at average speed, so I guess that's maybe a slight knock to her. But overall, I think you're going to really love her if you do manage to get this hero. She benefits from the attack up ether power as well. So at the start of battle, that attack stat's going to be increased by 20%. So bear that in mind if you do decide to or do consider second limit breaking her. Again, the only disappointing thing is that she's not featured. She's new, but she's not featured. I mean, just feature the new heroes. Don't feature Fortuna. We've seen her before. You know, we want all 3 of them to be new heroes. Anyway, that is it for the 5-star heroes. So we're going to go ahead and have a look at the 4-star and the 3-star for you now. Just bear with me 1 sec. I'm just going to cut this. I'll be right back. Right, so we have the 4-star hero from the Carnival of the Gods. His name is Fosco. Look at him. He's just ridiculous. He actually doesn't look like he's wearing a mask. Any rate, so Fosco, we have an ice hero, we have a 4-star hero. We love 4-star heroes because we want some heroes that are, obtainable or more easily obtainable in these portals as well. So he again is going to benefit from the 2 passives. So obviously he's the sorcerer class, which is a great class because it's a 15% chance to drop mana generation by 50%, and that can be extremely useful, especially because he's running at slow speed. If you have a slow speed hero in rush and you're able to reduce the mana generation of the enemy, that can be the difference between a one battle and a lost battle for sure. We're going to get Fosco back. Where are you, mate? There you go. He gets the resist defense ailments passive, which is actually really good. As we've been over, that's going to give him innate resistance against status ailments that affect defense, and also applies to elemental defense. So that's really good. Stats, I was just looking at the limit broken stats. Regular stats are again pretty decent. He is a 4-star hero, so those are pretty good stats. A bit more defensively built, which is decent because he is running at slow speed, and he's disappeared again. We're just gonna have a look at the specials. Screw it, I can't be bothered to go back and out and back in. So his special is Potions of Havoc and Healing. All right. So he destroys all minions from all enemies. Yeah, cool special. He is running at slow speed, unfortunately, so there's heroes that'll do that much quicker. He dispels buffs from all enemies. Pretty good. Destroys minions, dispels buffs. And all allies regenerate 540 HP over 3 turns. Man. This is... You know what? This is like potentially an amazing hero if he was at average speed. If he destroyed all enemies and dispelled all buffs at average speed, then I could let him off with the health regeneration thing. because we've got heroes like that will do most of this special running at average speed already. Um, you've got Costume Melindor, for example, dispels all buffs from all enemies. Yep. All allies regenerate health. Yep, and I think they regenerate a higher amount. Does he destroy all minions? No, but he gives a defense boost, a significant defense boost. And he's got like another costume which you can use for an upfront heal if you need it as well. He's not as good as he needs to be competitive, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm not a huge fan of Fosco. He is a minion control hero, and minion control heroes sort of never go out of style. But in his case, I think he needs a bit of a speed increase to come into style, and a new mask, and a new mask as well. Anyway, that's it for Fosco. Now, the 3-star hero. She looks amazing, by the way. I mean, the 3-star heroes, some of the art on the 3-star heroes is great. Like this other guy, Jacko, that was just featured in the Untold Tales portal. His art was incredible. Like, why can they get it right with the 3s and not the 4s and the 5s? Any rate, she is of the rogue class, which we love to see. A nature hero. She gets the same family bonus, and she gets the passive of the cleanse on minion death. Now her special skill, we're not going to sort of dwell on the stats. They look pretty good. But her special skill's running at fast speed. So the first fast speed hero that we've seen. So she deals 250% damage to the target and nearby. So nice fast speed hit 3 special. We like to see that. What else she does? She reduces the max health of the target and nearby enemies by 204 over 3 turns. Okay, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a pretty good skill. And again, the effect is stronger against targets with boosted health. So this is actually a pretty damn good hero, to be fair. She's hitting 3 heroes at fast speed for a relatively decent amount of damage for a 3-star. She's reducing the max health of the target and the nearby enemies over 3 turns. And I mean, 204 reduction is quite a bit at the 3-star level. It doesn't increase with the limit breaks and emblems. I was just doing that to check. Then she does benefit from the attack up ether power as well. So she might be worth second limit breaking just to add an extra 20% to the damage from the special skill at the beginning of the battle. And that attack stat is high for a 3-star. So good stats, a decent special, running at fast speed. This is pretty much all you want from a 3-star. The only, I guess, downside I would say is that there are a lot of other hit 3-star heroes in the nature element. So yeah, I mean, she's got a lot of competition, so she needs to be good. But personally, yeah, out of all of these heroes, that it's funny that I actually want the 3-star. Or Jove. He's just like hanging out over there. I mean, there's a ridiculously low chance that you're going to actually grab him. But yeah, he would be the draw card. The one that you would want in this portal. I certainly wouldn't recommend chasing, because it's only a 0.3% chance. I would wait until he's featured. Out of the featured heroes, I would say kind of the Aradia, she's not great. Fortuna is kind of a booby prize, to be fair. I mean, she looked good, and I thought because she was running at fast speed, and obviously she was alongside Jove, so you had kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? A something effect, where something looks better than it is because it's next to something that's just incredible as well. So yeah, anyway, this hero would be like my pick of the bunch, actually. Funnily enough, because she is a slow speed hero, but I think that she could be usable in quite a lot of different areas of the game. But none that are really mind-blowing in this new portal, except for this one, Alicia. So congrats if you do manage to get your hands on her. level her up with like a few, in a day or less. Let me know how you like her, and I look forward to seeing her on the 3-star tournament teams for sure. So yeah, please drop us a like, subscribe, and comment if you find the videos helpful. I've certainly enjoyed having a chat with you all about these new heroes, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Bye for now.